Kourtney Kardashian is speaking out on her sister Kim hating her again and being jealous of her pregnancy, and fans are saying that this is a new low for Kim.
She could never give acknowledgement of whoa, this is so amazing.
If you've had any doubts that Kim Kardashian just can't stand to see her sister Kourtney happy, well, Kim just showed us once again how bitter and jealous she is. Not only did Kim try to sabotage Kourtney's wedding with her sneaky Dolce & Gabbana collab, but she's also barely acknowledged Kourtney's pregnancy announcement. And then, just days after Kourtney revealed she's pregnant, Kim appeared on Hailey Bieber's show and she again threw shade at Kourtney.
My friends, their parents would always trust me because I was always the goody two-shoes, never gonna sneak out, never gonna sneaky drink or smoke or anything. So they'd probably let them come over and then Kourtney would take them and be the shady one.
Kourtney is now speaking out on Kim being a mean and miserable person and hating one of the most precious moments in her life. And needless to say, fans are definitely taking Kourtney's side on this one. So we all know that Kim and Kourtney always had a strained relationship, and it all apparently stems from Kim's jealousy of Kourtney. See, back in the day when Kourtney was constantly being humiliated by Scott and her family was on their reality show, Kim wasn't picking on Kourtney that much. However, the moment Kourtney decided to set boundaries and started living her best life, Kim just couldn't handle it.
Our job is being open and honest and sharing a lot of ourselves, and it just seems like for the past few years now, Kourtney hasn't really been open about her personal life on camera. So all of the days that Kourtney isn't filming, Khloe and I are picking up the slack and having to share more, because if we're not sharing our lives, then what is the show?
And then when Kourtney found love with Travis Barker, Kim was reportedly insanely jealous of the attention they were getting. Just months after Kourtney and Travis went public with their romance, Kim started dating Pete Davidson, and many fans slammed her for trying to copy Kourtney. And the more unbothered Kourtney was, the more Kim tried to provoke her. And the drama culminated at Kourtney and Travis's Italian wedding last summer. Fans first noticed that Kim didn't even seem happy for Kourtney on her big day, and her speech at the wedding reception seemed so phony and backhanded.
You brought us along in your fairy tale, and there's really no love story like you guys. It's a movie, it's the cutest, you guys are the best.
Before the ceremony, Kim was also seen giving Kourtney advice on how to walk down the aisle, but all she could talk about was her long-forgotten wedding in Italy to Kanye West.
The piece of advice that I'll give you is when I was walking down the aisle in Italy and I had the long train, I was so nervous that I was either gonna come back, that I walked so fast.
But the worst was yet to come, because just 4 months after Kourtney's wedding, Kim released a collaboration with Dolce & Gabbana and copied almost all of her looks from the wedding.
Those looks, a lot of them are looks that are on the runway, like my butterfly dress that I wore in burgundy, the black version.
Kourtney's wedding aesthetic was inspired by D&G's 90s archive, and Kourt personally picked all of the looks. But instead of simply asking Kourt if it was okay if she borrowed some ideas for her D&G collection, Kim didn't say anything to Kourt until the collection was already finalized. As Kourtney explained during a recent episode of The Kardashians on Hulu, she would have been fine with Kim releasing her D&G collab if she had asked her first, but both Kim and Kris said nothing.
She wasn't like, hey, I got this offer. How do you feel about this? I really want the money, or whatever it was. It's just legit copying my wedding. Everything that I did was pulling references of 90s.
Kourtney also shared that she noticed that Kim wasn't even happy for her at her wedding, which pretty much sums up what fans have been saying all along about Kim being jealous of Kourtney's happiness.
She wasn't happy at my wedding. She could never give acknowledgement of whoa, this is so amazing. I love this whole vibe. Do you mind, or how do you feel about me doing this? I'm never gonna really probably tell someone not to do something.
And though Kim later acted clueless and tried to gaslight Kourtney, claiming that she never copied any of her looks, she showed her true colors later on in the episode when she made a snarky comment about Kourtney while toasting her D&G collab with Kris and Khloe.
Cheers. That's what you
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to Kim and Dolce & Gabbana.
Dolce & Gabbana.
Dolce & Gabbana.
And to Kourtney.
And to Kourtney.
Inside joke.
To the diva of all divas.
And get this, Kim also had the nerve to flip the narrative and accuse Kourtney of stealing her wedding country, as if she was the first celeb to get married in Italy.
I'd be like, bitch, you think I need your permission?
Yeah, we can't have that. stole my wedding country.
Like the business and the check was more important than my feelings.
And in case you need any more proof that Kim is just burning with jealousy over Kourtney's happy marriage, check out what Kim said in the latest episode of The Kardashians about Kourtney not having any friends besides Travis.
She did say that every one of her friends thinks.
Oh yeah, because she's saying every one of her friends, but she doesn't have any friends. So Travis?
No.
And you would think that Kim would at least show some class when it comes to Kourtney's recent pregnancy announcement. However, it looks like she just can't help herself and she's once again being super shady with Kourtney. On Friday, June 16, Travis performed with his band Blink-182 in Los Angeles as part of their reunion tour, and Kourtney sent fans into a meltdown when she announced mid-performance that she and Travis are expecting their first child. Some outlets initially reported that Kourtney surprised Travis with the announcement. However, Travis obviously knew about the pregnancy, and Kourtney's stunt was actually a tribute to Blink-182's reunion tour. The sign Kourtney held up was a reference to Blink-182's 1999 music video for the song All the Small Things, which shows a woman holding a similar sign. Kourtney also later took to IG to share some cute photos of her and Travis backstage ahead of the announcement and captioned it, "Overwhelmed with gratitude and joy for God's blessing and plan." And Kourtney's fans were equally overwhelmed by the happy news because Kourtney, who turned 44 this year, has been very open about her struggle to conceive, and she recently revealed that she and Travis decided to stop IVF treatment.
We are officially done with IVF. We would love a baby more than anything, but I just really believe in what God has in store for us. If that's a baby, then I believe that it will happen.
A source also recently told US Weekly that Kourtney and Travis have wanted a baby since day one, and even when it got rough, they never wavered. So the fact that these two are now expecting a miracle baby after stopping fertility treatments is a huge deal, and you would think that something like this would make Kim finally get over her issues with Kourtney. But it looks like Kim can't even bring herself to fake happiness after Kourt's pregnancy. After Kourtney shared a video of her pregnancy announcement on Instagram, Kim reshared it to her stories and wrote, "Congrats, we're having a Kravis baby." However, fans felt like Kim was doing the bare minimum to avoid getting called out. And also the fact that she wrote, "We are having a baby," sounds like she's once again trying to make the big moment about herself. But that's not all. Just days after Kourtney shared the happy news, Kim appeared on Hailey Bieber's YouTube video series, Who's in My Bathroom, and she once again took a swipe at Kourtney, claiming that Kourt has always been shady. When Hailey asked what it was like growing up in Kris Jenner's household, Kim dragged Kourtney completely unprovoked and claimed that she was always the good, responsible daughter, while Kourtney was shady.
My friends, their parents would always trust me because I was always like the goody two-shoes, never gonna sneak out, never gonna sneaky drink or smoke or anything. So they'd probably let them come over, and then Kourtney would take them and like be the shady one. But I was the one as like the pawn to be trusted.
But how does Kourtney feel about Kim shading her even now that she's pregnant? Well, sources close to Kourtney are saying that she no longer has any hope that Kim will change, and she just wants to distance herself from Kim's toxicity and focus on her husband and growing a family. Now, as for fans, they're saying that they're disgusted by Kim's behavior, and they're praising Kourtney for setting boundaries and distancing herself from Kim. This is the episode that solidified Kim is just a jealous, narcissistic snake, one fan said. She will step on anyone to stay relevant. It's embarrassing. And another fan added, "Sometimes we have to love our toxic family members from a distance." So glad Kourtney found Travis. But let's hear your thoughts on this. Do you think that Kim is really jealous of Kourtney's happiness with Travis? Comment down below, and we'll see you in our next video.